Hello friends, hope you are having a great start to the weekend. Bit of housekeeping. Remember tonight we have the Bledisloe Cup in Eden Park in Auckland and it's going to be a great match, if I may say so myself. I cannot wait. I was at the Perth match last week and it was an absolutely amazing game, even though the All Blacks lost. So keeping positive spirits up, not just the drinks, we turn to this week's news update. We have World Digital Quality of Life Ranking Index and NBN Co's earning report on Twitter. All this after these messages. Just kidding, no sponsors here, but if you like this kind of content, drop a like, comment below, and consider subscribing. That's how you can help. So this week, the Digital Quality of Life Index ranking came out, putting Australia number 1 out of 65 countries. Yes, my friends, we are number 1. But what does this all actually mean? The index is based on a few items. We have mobile affordability, which we came first in. Mobile speed is at number 6. E-government services are placed at number 7 for Australia. Think of the ways you submit your taxes and pay fines. It's pretty easy. Content availability, which is mainly your media content, but also access to sites from around the world. Think no firewall of China, and we are top tier on this one. Broadband affordability is number 14, not too bad considering. We all know it could be a little bit cheaper, but broadband speed, friends, hold on to your hats on this one. Australia is ranked 42nd, and technically I'm not surprised at all. Cybersecurity of the country is number 11. Data protection laws are top tier also. So what does this all mean? Researchers analyzed data covering a population of more than 5.5 billion people using open source databases from the United Nations, the World Bank, Freedom House, and the International Telecommunications Union. Yes, there's a union for that too. It shows Australia as a very well-developed country with a great e-government system. We have many initiatives around the country expanding technology into many aspects of life. From our public transport to medical systems, one can argue the success of each, but nonetheless, it's happening. The reason Australia is at the top of this index is quite simply because the high affordability of mobile internet, and all this despite our beloved NBN delivering some of the world's slowest internet speeds. We are above Brazil in speeds and, well, below Uruguay. And from the point of cost, Australians have to work 1 hour and 21 minutes to afford the cheapest internet plan. Comparing that to folks in Iran, for example, who only have to work 56 minutes. Though, in my opinion, this doesn't really take into consideration the amount of tax Australians pay, because Australia is one of the highest tax countries in the world. We pay this tax to live in the state of our country that you see now, including healthcare and services around that existence. In all honesty, however, this is a great sign of things to come. Out of all the things Australia could be struggling with in the tech sphere, speed isn't the biggest problem to overcome. So in essence, it can be resolved, though how and when is another question altogether. Now, we have heard from so-called internet experts that the current state of the NBN is creating and cultivating a digital divide amongst Australians. It's pretty clear in the comments of my videos, in fact, that there are many who receive a great service and who are very happy and say it is better than ADSL. But there are also so many who don't, who do complain that it's still worse than ADSL, or at least nothing better than. So it isn't just that one person can't watch the latest episode of My Little Pony. No, it has implications on everything in life, from education to healthcare and economic success. And as you see from the index, the e-government initiative is in full swing, meaning that at some point, some services will be unattainable without internet. So is the internet a human right? Last week, you guys let me know that you definitely agree that it is, and so this kind of proves it. But does that mean that 5G is the answer? No, unfortunately not, because while it will be great to have fast wireless internet, we need the backbone. Like I mentioned many videos ago, to have a good 5G coverage and speeds, we need a strong fiber infrastructure underground to as many areas as possible. And if that can be achieved, we are also a few steps closer to fiber to the home. Both roads seem to aim the same direction. So with that out of the way, let's talk about NBN Co and their earnings. We first start off on Twitter. because companies love being on Twitter and it makes them feel like they're a part of the new generation, so hip and so with the times. But what they don't get is people will troll. And that's all good, we get some great memes out of that. The problem is when the trolls aren't doing it for the lols, when the people reply to companies' tweets with real grievances. They are no longer trolls, they are real people with problems that have an outlet. So here is the tweet. NBN Co has come out and said that they are getting great results on connecting people and increasing their revenue. Both go hand in hand, and there is nothing wrong with making more money by providing a service to more people. Obviously, that comment doesn't take in quality of the said service. So people started to reply, things ranging from fix my crap service to this is a crap service, and few more along the lines of I was forced to switch and now it's bad. So what does that say for the revenue and the number of connections? Well, first of all, the connections are forced. And without an alternative service, the money is on the NBN. So people have to switch and have to sign up. And therefore NBN Co gets money, gets subscribers. Now that is a perfect case for 5G, and one day we'll be able to switch and vote with our wallets. On the other side of this argument is, well, the NBN is costing far too much money for the quality it is delivering. And yes, this is another side. The revenues are now needed for both paying for those extraordinary high costs, and on top of that, for the next level of investments needed to bring the NBN up to global standards. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a catch-22. So, in keeping with the Twitter trend, I found a tweet about Andy Penn, Telstra's CEO, saying that Telstra is making $0 on the NBN, and it's a bad outcome for the industry, customers, and the country. So while all these other RSPs are fully functioning businesses, a company like Telstra is unable to make due with the margins. All this sounds like to me is Telstra has had too much overhead in the past however many years. Now, Telstra makes most of its money from mobile subscriptions, and those mobile subscriptions are getting a run for their money because they're used to be always very expensive, and now with the advent of many more smaller mobile providers, Telstra just doesn't have the value it used to have. Now, NBN Co needs more money to finish the rollout of the NBN. It needs money to maintain the aging infrastructure it bought from Telstra. It also needs money to invest in replacing said technology in the future. And Andy Penn is sitting there saying his shareholders are not getting a fair cut. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, to finish off, we need to talk about the prices going up. So the problem is that doesn't matter what the price is, there will always be a slot you can fit in. Depending on what you can afford, you can choose a bundle with the appropriate speeds and costs matching up. RSPs will not be able to price people out because they need customers, and there are people who can pay or need to pay or will pay. The issue is with the multi-technology mix that NBN Co has chosen to roll out. The problem isn't so much of price and the CVC that we talk about a lot. In many cases, it's the physical technology. People pay what they pay, but they don't get the service that is advertised. Let me know in the comments below if you are in that boat, paying for a speed that you can never actually attain on your line. Is that even realistic? Should you be doing that at all? So, there you have it. I do feel like we're getting a much better picture of what exactly is going on here. And I have to admit, Telstra are losing their monopoly and having to deal with other things, or the way other companies have had to deal with them around, is not the worst thing. Friends, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you are subscribed, leave a like and a comment, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!